All right, here we go. Hey everyone, hope everyone had an awesome weekend and you are all ready for the week to do awesome, crush your goals. Wanted to pop on here and do our housing market update. We've been doing this every Monday. Give you a full week to digest these statistics, see what things are looking like, get ready for the weekend when you're going to make those offers. So, I also do a home loan rate update on Fridays going into the weekend. So, you know exactly what those home loan rates are going to be and you are prepared to make your offer. So, if you haven't yet, I want to invite you to subscribe and join our community. My dream is to create a community where we can all engage each other, where it's not just me making videos, but we also have a community where people can help each other out, where you can help people out. Because you've been through some things that someone else is going through, and someone else has gone through some things that maybe you're going through. And what better way to help each other but to help each other out? So that's kind of my dream for this thing, to grow it to something like that where we can help each other out. I've been doing these uh, housing market updates on Mondays, and they seem to be pretty popular. People like them, and so uh, that's kind of what we do. And so we go over like 6 basic statistics in real estate, and these are on a national level, but they are going to you're going to see the what is the word I'm looking for? It's on the tip of my tongue. The implications of these statistics in your market. So we look at active listings, and this is just means how many new active listings have hit the market. We look at pending listings, and this just means that basically there's a buyer and seller that have agreed that they want to, one wants to buy it, one wants to sell the home. We look at the ratio, the difference between active, new homes coming into the market versus ones that are coming out going pending. We also look at the sales price, the median sales price change. Like, is it going down? Is it going up? This gives us an idea of what the market is. Is it a buyer's market? Is it a seller's market? Is there strong demand? Is there too much supply? Uh, we also look at the sell to list price, and this just means what someone chooses to list their home for versus what it eventually sells for. And the last statistic that we look at is the median days on market. This just tells us how fast the market is. Are the houses staying on the market a little bit, or are they just flying off the market? So those are the main statistics that we look at on Mondays. We also look at mortgage applications, and I kind of usually throw in like just a crazy statistic to kind of keep in mind whenever we do this. So um, that's what we do, and that's kind of an explanation of what we look at. So without further ado, let's get right to these statistics, right? So for last week, so this is always a week behind. These statistics are a week behind. So uh, they're all going to apply for last week, but we can read it. We can read it based on last week's. So last week, the year-over-year inventory of active listings was down 14.1%. This was a change of down 0.5 from the previous week. The pending listings inventory is down 9.8%, and this is a difference of 3.4%. So this is a huge drop in pending deals. So that's crazy. That's a huge drop. And so that actually affects the ratio, because the ratio, if you remember last week, was 10.4. And so it's actually, that gap went to where it's even now. There's even, it's 10 for 10. So the ratio of pending listings per active listings is 10. So for 10 active listings, there's 10 pending. So we're starting to see a little bit more of a balance in the market there. Year over year percent change in median sales price is actually up 16.9% over last year. This is actually down a little bit. It's down about 0.4 from last week, but it's still sky high. It's homes are selling for more and more every month, every week. And so we're going to see that in this next statistic, which is the sell to list price ratio. And the sell to list price ratio is 102%. So people are getting actually more than what they list for. So 102% is the sell to list price ratio, which all that means is that most of the time people are getting over what they're asking for in this market. Median days on market is at 14. That continues to go down. 2 weeks ago, it was at 16. Last week, it was at 15. Now it's at 14. So the homes are flying off the market. I don't necessarily, so the pending listing statistic has me kind of thrown off because it's such a large jump. 3% is a huge amount. But the thing that kind of makes me think that there could be something else at play here is that the median days of market is so small and the homes are selling for over. So what that leads me to believe is that just inventory is going so fast, selling so fast that, it's just an extreme housing shortage. So that's kind of what's going on. And that's why the pending listings are going down. Active listings are still down, but they are maintaining themselves. And I think that has to do with just the season. Homes tend to go in the spring, summer months tend to, that's where the action happens as far as new active listings hitting the market. So that's those statistics. Mortgage applications, as mortgage rates continue to rise, mortgage applications are down 8%. The refi portion of mortgage applications is down 9%. And the very interesting statistic I have for you this week is that ARMs, adjustable rate mortgage applications, their share of mortgage applications has jumped to 9.3%. So people are starting to look at those ARMs to get better interest rates. So my personal opinion, this is not necessarily the best rate environment for an ARM. I guess if there's no other option, you're out in a high, cost area like California, Florida, New York, places like that, it may be your only option. But I would probably hold off and maybe look at doing a rate buy down. We're putting, maybe $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 additional to get your rate bought down. Sticking with that 30-year, the fixed interest rates right now. You really want to look at an ARM when you're at a peak, or you feel like you're at a peak and the rates may be coming down. You do have your rate caps to protect you, but you don't necessarily always want to depend on those. You kind of want to depend on the fact that you may be at a high on the market. And then, when that adjustable rate comes in, you can, maybe get a better rate. I would actually use an ARM if you're only planning on staying somewhere maybe 2 years or 3 years before you hit that 5-year where the adjustable rate comes into play at all. The problem with doing that now in this market is you don't know what the rates are going to look like in 2 years. You don't know. No one knows what they're going to look like in 2 years. No one knows what they're going to look like in 3 years. So that ARM play that used to be kind of hot, where you played the ARM, the 5-1 ARM, and then you're like, okay, we're only going to be here 2 years, 3 years, and then we're going to sell it. We're going to relocate or whatever. That's still cool if you plan on doing that and you have no other option. But if you're doing it just to get that low interest rate and you're playing off the fact that you're going to refinance before that adjustable rate comes in, it could bite you in the butt, because by then fixed rates could be twice as high as what your adjustable rate will be. So after the adjustment. So be very careful with ARMs. I do have a video on ARMs and I'll link that in the description. And so you can check that out. But that's kind of all I got for you guys on this Monday. We got a lot of storms going on here. So I'm probably going to get home and finish up my work from home. But hope you guys are enjoying these updates, and I'll be back on track Friday. I'll see you then. Take care.